nothing is forever. I know that's what they say.
After 12 years, 5 full-length studio albums, and a spot as one of Canada's top singer-songwriters, Royal Wood entered 2015 with a desire to rekindle his passion. He decided to take a step back in an effort to reconnect with the joy of making music, a feeling that had faded to the background since becoming a full-time musician with the release of his debut EP back in 2002.
I think the one thing the soul desires is to be free, to not have restraints, and to make progress, and to see that you're changing and evolving and achieving something that you wanted to wake up that day and accomplish. And if you're not doing that as a human, I think we get very depressed. And I think I felt in the industry just kind of hitting a wall and wanting to just break the wall and sort of find that creative spark again.
Though it's hard to admit, there's no turning back now, taking the long way out.
To help renew his true passion, the Toronto native traveled to Los Angeles. Although not a city usually associated with finding someone's true self, it's where he was able to rediscover his inner peace.
My brother lives down there with his wife and kid, and my little niece holds my heart. And so being back with my family in LA, he's my best friend in the entire world. So that was me sort of returning just to being so laid back and chill and just laughs and playing with my niece and hanging out with my brother. And so that in itself was a return to just me being me.
It's inescapable. The heart is a mind of its own. Oh, it's so undeniable, taking the long way out.
During his visit, he also reconnected with producer Bill Leffler, who had helped produce his last album, The Burning Bright, in 2014. The duo hit the studio with a blank slate, including no deadlines and no defined outcomes.
Just each day would wake up, I'd play him a couple things, and he's like, oh, let's start on this. And then I'd grab an instrument, he'd grab an instrument, and you just bounce around. And by the end of each day, we'd have a song. I didn't know if I was making a record. I was just wanted to be in a studio, you know, sort of living the childhood fantasy of making music again. That's all I did. And now I have a record. So I'm back in the music biz, but it wasn't my plan.
The album Ghostlight was recorded for the most part live off the floor and in full takes. It's a portrayal of inner light shining through, creating a raw and emotional experience, emulating music from days gone by.
It's really a 70s record, even though I didn't intend for it to be. I think that's just the kind of music I'm naturally drawn to. So it's that classic 70s songwriter sound, and it's what happens when you just leave me alone in a studio, because I think that's what I grew up listening to, you know. I was a kid of the 80s, but I hated the 80s. I loved the 70s and the 60s. So that's what this record sounds like.